be doing so much and running, and it just really dawned on me. It's the man that my mom was underage when she consumed me. Anyone who'd have been older.
Jay-Z may be a legend in music, but it looks like he just took a serious L in court, and it's coming from his alleged son, Ryier Satwite. If you haven't been following, Ryier is a 30-year-old man from New Jersey who's been claiming for years that Jay-Z is his biological father. His mother, Wanda Satwite, says she had a brief relationship with Jay-Z back in 1992 when she was just 16. They met in Philadelphia, and at that time, Jay wasn't famous yet, just Sean Carter from Brooklyn grinding on local shows and chasing his rap dreams. Wanda claims they were involved. She became pregnant, but when she later tried to contact Jay, he vanished. She says she didn't even know who he was until he blew up and she saw him on TV. After that, she tried multiple times to get a paternity test done, but Jay's team either ignored her or blocked every attempt.
Ask for money. I don't do interviews just saying, hey Jay-Z, give me your money, or I'm coming at the Jay-Z for his money. I never did that. I'm not that type of person. I'm not trying to make nobody seem like a bad person or nothing. I'm just really coming out here for the truth. I don't want no money or anything. I wasn't looking for none of that. I just want to know the truth. And if I can't go to the courts and get the truth, like, what is it really? Why you? What is it? I just really want it over. It's something that's really affecting my life, and I just want it over.
Now, I know what you're thinking. Why is this getting traction only now? Well, after years of petitions being dismissed on technicalities, Ryier recently won court approval to reopen the case. Even more, the judge gave Jay-Z a firm deadline. He must respond to the paternity claims by July 18th. That's huge. Until now, Jay never had to legally face these accusations. Every time Ryier pushed, Jay's lawyers claimed the court lacked jurisdiction or that paperwork was faulty. But this time, the court is forcing him to answer. For Ryier, who's been fighting since his teens, this could be the breakthrough. What's really suspicious is Jay-Z's silence. He's never been quiet when his name's dragged through mud before. Remember how fast he shut down rumors linking him to Diddy, or that disturbing 13-year-old story with legal threats and public statements? But here, with Ryier, it's been dead silence for over a decade. Think about it. If someone falsely claimed to be your child, wouldn't you take a DNA test to prove it? Especially if you're a billionaire protecting an empire. One test could clear things up, but Jay hasn't taken it. That's why people are raising eyebrows. Jay's lawyers have been dodging court, arguing jurisdiction, timing, technical details, anything but the DNA test itself. And that's raising serious questions. You know 50 Cent wasn't going to stay quiet. He took to social media, saying something slick like, "Yo, this Y-Hub was trending the other day." Classic 50, always trolling but often saying what everyone's thinking. Then Nicki Minaj popped up, reposting it, but she didn't just share it for laughs. She captioned it, "To God be the glory." That might seem random, but it's not shade, it's a storm brewing. Nicki has had her own issues with Roc Nation, with rumors of Jay's team blocking her deals and spreading stories behind the scenes, so this feels personal. It gets deeper. There's even a clip going around where the CEO's daughter of Roc Nation spills tea about shady secrets, cover-ups, and how some people are protected while others get thrown under the bus. It's all lining up a little too perfectly.
Y'all, Nicki Minaj is back on X, and she's coming for Jay-Z. So in a series of tweets, Nicki Minaj is claiming that Jay-Z owes her 100 to 200 million. She tweeted, "Jay-Z, call me to settle the karmic debt. It's only collecting more interest. You still in my top 5 though. Let's get it." N-word. And anyone still calling him whole will answer to God for the blasphemy.
Alright, let us bring Beyonce into this. Yep, Queen Bey's name has been dragged into the drama, and not in a flattering way. This isn't just some fan speculation. It actually comes from someone close to the situation, Ryier's godmother. She claims that someone from Beyonce's team allegedly told Ari2, and I quote, "Go away, little boy." That alone is wild, but it doesn't end there. The godmother also says that someone showed up at her home late at night, insisting on a conversation about the case. And seriously, who just drops by uninvited unless they want to send a message? It's pretty intimidating, so you have to wonder, why would anyone go to such lengths just to bury this? If there's nothing to hide, why not let the truth come out and move on? Instead, there's been secrecy and pressure. This isn't the kind of thing someone just cooks up for attention, especially with legal teams and families involved. And judging by how it's all allegedly been handled, it feels more like damage control than anything else. But this case isn't going anywhere now because Ryier came prepared with receipts.
Jay-Z's alleged 30-year-old son, Ryier Satwite, is sharing new details about the affair his late mother, Wanda, allegedly had with the rapper back in 1992. In a signed 2015 affidavit, Wanda claims that she met Jay-Z, who at the time went by Rock, in Philadelphia through her friend. She alleges that she and Jay-Z had protected sex, but that the protection broke when she was just 16 and he was 22. She also described the 2-bedroom apartment she claims Hove drove her to and the exact fit he wore.
Let's rewind to the beginning. Back in 1992, Wanda said Jay-Z picked her up in Philly, took her to Brooklyn, and, well, you can imagine the rest. She says protection was used, but it failed. 9 months later, Ryier was born. On paper, that sounds like drama, but here's where it gets serious. Wanda was only 16, and Jay-Z was 22. That's more than just an uncomfortable age gap. It's illegal in most states, including where this allegedly took place. This changes everything, because if Jay is proven to be the father and Wanda was underage, it could lead to criminal charges. And you can bet Jay's legal team knows this well, which might explain why they've dodged a DNA test for over a decade. One simple swab could answer everything, but instead, we've seen court delays, filings, and legal maneuvers to shut this down. Speaking of dodging, you won't believe how far Jay's team went to avoid that test. They argued that Jay doesn't own any property in New Jersey, the state where Ryier filed the case. If Jay had no legal ties there, the court couldn't force him to do a DNA test. But here's the twist. Ryer's team uncovered a detail from Beyoncé's mom, Tina Knowles. In her book, Tina revealed Jay-Z did own property in New Jersey back then. So either Jay's lawyers weren't truthful, or Tina accidentally spilled a major secret. Either way, this doesn't look good for Jay's side. Imagine that Tina might have unintentionally exposed a crucial piece that could change the entire case. Also worth noting, Ryier didn't stop fighting after that. He took the case all the way to the Supreme Court. This guy is serious. He's been battling for years to get the truth. And just to be clear, this isn't about money. Ryier has said repeatedly he doesn't want a dime. He just wants to know where he comes from. And after all this, it's hard not to root for him a little. If you think that's bold, wait till you hear how Jay allegedly tried to seal the case behind closed doors.
Do you believe wholeheartedly that Jay's your father?
I really do. And if it's not, why you can't prove me wrong? Like, it's not far as a proving me wrong thing. It's go to the courtroom and basically do what everybody else would have to do. Like, it's not, you don't have to prove me wrong. I just want the truth. Honestly, I can take a no. I can take, if I'm embarrassed at the end of the day, I can take that. I really can. I've been through a lot. I've seen a lot. I could take me being embarrassed. Like, this can't take nobody not saying nothing.
Now that a judge has finally allowed this case to move forward, let's talk about why that's such a big deal. For years, Ryier has said he was blocked at every turn. He claims the system worked against him, not for him. Judges overlooked critical evidence, lawyers played dirty, and the power of money and influence kept this case from ever getting a fair shot. And let's be real, when you have someone like Jay-Z on one side and a regular guy like Ryier on the other, it's easy to suspect that power plays a role. Ryier has been clear all along. He's not after millions, just a chance to prove the truth. And now, finally, he has that opportunity. If you've ever felt the system is rigged against those without fame, fortune, or private jets, this story will hit close to home. But what if Jay-Z really is the father? That's when things get even more intense. Let's break it down. If a DNA test confirms Jay-Z is Ryer's biological dad, the consequences would be massive. First, the legal side. Remember, Ryer's mom Wanda was just 16 when Jay allegedly took her across state lines and they were involved. That's more than scandalous. It could be a violation of federal law. If proven true, it could open up a legal nightmare far beyond family drama, exposing Jay to potential criminal charges, massive reputation damage, and headlines that would follow him forever. Then there's the personal side. Jay-Z has built a reputation as a family man, a savvy businessman, and an evolved mogul. But this case could shake that foundation. It could change how people perceive him and his family, possibly even tarnishing the legacy they've worked so hard to create. And don't think the fans aren't watching. Social media is on fire. People are digging through court documents, piecing together timelines, and quoting interviews. This isn't a quiet case anymore. It's gone viral. There's a wave of support for Ryier, with comments like Ryier doesn't want money, just the truth, and that makes this hit even harder. You can't fake that kind of pain. Another said, if Jay-Z is innocent, why dodge a simple DNA test for over 10 years? That says a lot. Here's the kicker. Ryier isn't alone anymore. Big names like 50 Cent and Nicki Minaj have thrown their weight behind him. When heavy hitters speak out, it's harder to sweep things under the rug. That also ramps up the pressure on Jay-Z's team to stop dodging and face this head-on. With momentum building and the public paying attention, Ryer's story is gaining traction fast. He's no longer just the kid claiming to be Jay-Z's son. He's the man refusing to back down. And now, the whole world is watching. So whether you believe Jay-Z is the father or not, one thing's crystal clear. Ryier finally has a real shot at the truth. After years of silence, that alone is a victory. As for the Carter Empire, you have to wonder, are they starting to sweat? Now, we want to hear from you. Do you think Jay-Z is hiding something? Or is this just a messy misunderstanding that spun out of control? Drop your thoughts below and let's discuss.